Peace and grand rising to the heirs. We're just going to give 1 or 2 minutes before we start this court session to give them time to, if any subjects appear, we want to give them at least a minute or two to join. So. One minute. All right, we're about 2 minutes in, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Peace and grand rising to the heirs. When we intend a thing, our command is be, and it is. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity. This is a universal, sovereign, original, indigenous, natural, divine, ancient, Moorish, American, Al-Moroccan Consular Court. We are the living de jure sovereign Moorish National Republic federal government, the living de jure sovereign Moorish American consulate. We are the most ancient sovereign court, both in heaven and on earth. Ego sum governing justice, Akil Asim Isum, in capitis diminutio nolo, improprio personam sum juris, improprio solo, and improprio heredis. My free chosen nobility appellation is Akil Asim Farid Bey. My natural lineage ascendance appellation is Akil Asim Isum. I am ascended from Empress Mary Jo Tatum, to whom I give my eternal honor by my actions, and she is ascended from Empress Bertie Mae Walker, to whom I give my eternal honor by my actions. No United States corporation, company, citizens, nor person, nor agents, principal heirs, assigns, or any derivatives thereof has personam jurisdiction over me, nor over any of my brothers and sisters who are the sovereign Moorish nobility on earth. This universal sovereign lawful cause of action is manifested by the original indigenous sovereign national divine people, who are the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government, the de jure Moorish American consulate, and the de jure sovereign universal Article 3 Moorish American Al-Moroccan Consular Court. The universal area code for this sovereign court is 7S3MJ TIKC 5. This cause of action sovereign alphanumeric identifier is MACN plus cause CAUSE 000000100, which is noticed to appear to the named corporate persons for unlawful occupation of our sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient land. The date that these corporate persons were commanded to appear is today, on this holy Tuesday, November the 19th, 1444 on the ancient sun calendar, 1445 on the ancient moon calendar, and 2024 on the Greco-Roman Gregorian calendar at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This video platform recording has at least 2 or more sovereign Moorish American witnesses, either online or beside me. All right. Myself being one of them, and all who view this sovereign consular court action on public record are witnesses as well. This audio and video platform does not in any way diminish the sovereign authority, universal power, nor ancient ancestral efficacy of the commands by this court, nor our consulate, nor our sovereign Moorish American government. Lawful notification was given to the said corporate persons by way of the public record. All of the commerce by the said corporate persons have been terminated by way of our Sovereign Universal Commercial Code 1 lien. We, the justices of the Moorish American Consular Court, do hereby minister universal sovereign consular court actions in the favor for all Moors where unlawful occupation of our sovereign original indigenous lands are proven, with nationality and status being proof of necessary to activate our sovereign living courts to action. This court action is hereby placed on the public record for the record and letting the record show that the corporate persons is hereby called forth at this time, and you are commanded to state your name and nationality for the Moorish American people who are the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government. Once you have stated your name and nationality for the record, you will be required to respond to 3 questions by this living court. Your only response to these questions shall be yes, if yes is true, no, if no is true. You are commanded to say nothing further, and no questions will be answered by this sovereign court at this time. All right. We call forth Michael E. Jacobs, doing business as organizer, registered agents for B-Zug LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. We call Michael E. Jacobs, doing business as organizer, registered agent for B-Zug Investments, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. Once again, we will call forth Michael E. Jacobs, doing business as organizer, registered agent for B-Zug Investment, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. All right, we'll move on to number 2. We call forth Pamela Coley, doing business as managing broker / owner for All 3 Realty, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. We call forth Pamela Coley, doing business as managing broker / owner for All 3 Realty, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. Last, again, Pamela Coley, doing business as managing broker / owner for All 3 Realty, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. All right, third, J. Arthur Cooley, doing business as owner for All 3 Realty, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. We call for J. Arthur Cooley, doing business as owner for All 3 Realty, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. One more time, J. Arthur Cooley, doing business as owner for All 3 Realty, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. All right, we'll move on to the 4th. Alan M. Briskin, doing business as Chief Executive Officer for BCS Corporate Services, Inc. and Briskin, Cross and Sanford, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. We call forth Alan M. Briskin, doing business as Chief Executive Officer for BCS Corporate Services, Inc., and Briskin, Cross, and Sanford, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. One more time, Alan M. Briskin, doing business as Chief Executive Officer for BCS Corporate Services, Inc., and Briskin, Cross, and Sanford, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. Fifth, we call forth Michael D. Cross, Jr., doing business as Secretary for BCS Corporate Services, Inc., and Briskin, Cross, and Sanford, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. Michael D. Cross, Jr., doing business as Secretary for BCS Corporate Services, Inc., and Briskin, Cross, and Sanford, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. Michael D. Cross, Jr., again, doing business as Secretary for BCS Corporate Services, Inc., and Briskin, Cross, and Sanford, LLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. And final, we call forth David L. Bontink, doing business as Manager, Registered Agent for Bontink and CO, PLLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. David L. Bontink, doing business as Manager, Registered Agent for Bontink and CO, PLLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. One more time. David L. Bontink, doing business as Manager, Registered Agent for Bontink and CO, PLLC. You are hereby commanded to state your name and nationality for the record. Islam. Silence is acquiescence, therefore, those who do not speak when commanded have consented to our sovereign universal jurisdiction authority by way of this sovereign ex parte action, as the corporate parties did fail to appear and or respond point for point. Sovereign ex parte actions by this Supreme Justice, who are the sovereign living Moorish American Consular Court, is further affirmation that we know that we do not need the permission of anyone to lawfully govern our vast state, and all corporate persons are subject to this justice and all subsequent justice and commands by this court. Our sovereign government rulings are the supreme law of our land, even in matters ex parte. We, the people, do hereby state that those corporate persons whose names were called are guilty of unlawful occupation of our sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, ancestral land. All property on our lands are hereby in the sovereign possession of the heirs, and all corporate fraud has been removed from our sovereign resources. The American Provost Marshal is hereby notified and commanded to arrest you and place you at Guantanamo Bay Prison, where your decapitation shall occur. All who choose to live and breathe on our land are subject to us and shall obey all sovereign commands by us, and no public office nor property shall be held by any consenting subject. Sumus de sanctum unum. We are the holy ones. Al dubilah shaitana regime. Al dubilah shaitana regime. And since this is a spell, I will say it 3 times. Al dubilah shaitana regime. I seek refuge in all law against the rejected enemy, Satan. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever we bind on earth is bound in heaven, and whatsoever we set free or loose on earth is set free and loose in heaven. Peace and grand rising to the heirs. this sovereign court action with the completion of this sovereign North American Constitution. We, the heirs, do hereby peacefully tribute to ourselves and our sovereign heirs that which is rightfully ours according to the will of our eternal, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, infinite, self-existent, self-sufficient ancestors who are present here for this court action and who are within us now and forever. This sovereign Moorish American Consular Court action is hereby complete. Peace and grand rising to the ascended Moorish American nobility and grand rising to all of risen humanity. Assalamu alaikum.